Hi, my name's Danielle Hankins. I'm your child's chemistry teacher. I'm actually the core teacher, so once a week we meet for 50 minutes to practice what we're doing in chemistry, and they have that class with me. Our other classes, we have a lab class and a large group meeting, and during those times they may have Mrs. Carey or myself, or both of us, and during that time, they have the advantage of having two teachers teach them about chemistry. We also have PLT time in which they may see me or another science teacher in the science resource room for help. And we are highly encouraging them to come in there anytime they have help or to want to reassess or just want to get a leg up on our next unit. We provide a lot of support in that room. I'm in there quite a bit during the week. I have 28 mods during the week of resource time. Mrs. Carey is also in there. Often we don't overlap time, so one of us could usually be found in the resource room for help for your child. This year in chemistry, we're doing lots of exciting stuff. We're focusing on the applications of chemistry, and chemistry can be fun, but it can be very difficult for others, and we don't want it to be discouraging. We want it to be something where they understand how chemistry can apply to their everyday life and in what ways that they can notice chemistry every day, whether they're going to go on and use chemistry or they're not. At least they have a basic understanding of chemistry and the use in the real world. So we just finished our first unit, and we focused on fireworks and how the light is displayed from fireworks, and that all happens because of electrons in the atom and the release of energy from those electrons. In lab, they made their own sparklers, small sparklers that resembled large fireworks, and we lit those during the next lab group, and the kids were really exciting. So I encourage you to ask your child about that activity, because they were really excited to see the things that they had produced were functional, and they understood the chemistry behind it, and they chose their own recipe, so they were predicting how that firework would look when it was lit, and some of them were so excited that it turned out the way they expected. Currently, we're working on a unit discussing the periodic table and how it's used in chemistry and the information it contains. It's going to be a short unit, so expect your kids to have a test coming up not this following week, but the second week of October. This week in lab, we are going to look at the reactivity of different metals. And then we're going to start digging into the applications a little bit more. We're going to go back to applications of chemistry after they have that periodic table foundation, fundamental knowledge. So we're going to look at how chemistry applies to cooking and why you have to use certain ingredients, why you have to heat it or use certain techniques for your food to turn out the way you want it to, and it's all due to the chemical aspects of cooking, the chemistry that goes into cooking. We're also going to look at synthetic molecules and natural molecules this year, some larger molecules that go into fragrances and other products that you use. So we're going to look at soap and possibly make our own soap is what we're looking into. We're also going to talk about water and Excelsior Springs water and the history of that, and things that can be found in our water and why those provide, how those provide nutrients. So we're going to get into some of the biology and medical aspects also later this year, how chemistry applies to those aspects of your life. We're so excited for this year. We're having it's been interesting. It's been interesting changing up the routine with this schedule, but I feel like it really is advantageous for your child because they have the advantage of two chemistry teachers that they see weekly. They have two different perspectives, two different explanations, even though we're both giving them correct information. They can see either one of us, whoever they may relate to better. They are able to have that dedicated lab time, so we're getting them in the lab, making sure that they have that that hands-on learning, and we're providing some support during PLT. And PLT, if they use their PLT time, can be so revolutionary for their education. So I encourage you to have your students come in and see us in our resource room during PLT time if they are struggling, or if they have any questions at all. And if you have any concerns, feel free to email me. My email is dhankins@ga.essd40.com. It's a little bit harder to get a hold of me by phone, but if you email me, I will return your email or return your phone call as soon as possible. And I look forward to a great year. Check out the sparkler that I included in this video. And if you have any concerns, any questions throughout the year, I encourage you to come during parent-teacher conferences, and I encourage you to email us. I also included my link to my website, and so your students can find additional information. You can look into what we're doing in chemistry, get a little peek into our everyday, and I'm looking forward to an exciting year. So enjoy your weekend, enjoy your homecoming. Happy homecoming, everybody, and please contact me with any questions or concerns. Thank you.